and you're listening to 96.5 NRFM on stage with Kevin, and in the studio with me I have three lovely guests. I've got James. Hello, James.
Hello.
I've got Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hello.
And I've got Katie. Hello,
Hi,
Katie.
Kevin.
And they're starring in a play called
The Normal Heart.
Oh, thank you very much. Well done. Now,
is essential for the theatre.
Well, just before we go any further, we had Livy Newton-John there with us. I had the title, and It's Always Australia for me, and I Go to Rio from The Boy from Oz. Okay, now, The Normal Heart. Can somebody give me a brief rundown of what the story's about?
I think we handed over to the lead there.
Yep, over to you, Jess.
Okay, Jess, right into the microphone there.
So The Normal Heart is a play which came out in 1984, which is by Larry Kramer, and it's set in the heart of the AIDS plague epidemic in the 80s in New York City, where everyone's feeling very terrified and helpless and impatient. No one has any idea.
And this is at the beginning of this strange illness that's happening.
Yeah, this is how the play begins at this point, where there's an article that comes out in the Times about this 41 cases of this gay-related cancer. Yeah. And the Larry Kramer character, whom I play, Ned Weeks, is sort of investigating into this, and it's really about the formation of GMHC and later ACT UP, and Larry Kramer's sort of being kicked out of GMHC, which is the activism sort of community that he creates within his living room, and just about fighting the mayor and the government and
people and prejudices and everything else.
And everyone to get off their asses
and do something about it. Yeah,
as more and more people die.
Now, your part in it, you just told us you're playing a reporter, is he, or a journalist, or just a journalist?
Well, he's a writer, Ned Weeks. It's everything in the play that you hear it's a real situation that happened to Larry Kramer, and when he was excommunicated from GMHC, he wrote this play, and he became an activist.
Right, because of this.
Yeah, he was a writer, but then he became an activist, and this play is sort of part of his modus operandi of bringing AIDS to the forefront of the public
to the notice of people. Yeah, fair enough. Now, James, your part in the play.
Yes, I play Bruce Niles, who works very closely with Ned Weeks. They tend to be the polar opposites of one another, so if you kind of bundled them together, they'd kind of be perfect. The good and bad, I guess, of the activism and things like that. So Bruce is a little bit more reserved in who he is. He's very scared, particularly of the times, not just of the AIDS plague, but also in coming out as being gay. He's still in the closet, so he's still battling that within himself. But
plus, this is on top of.
Exactly. So there's a lot of layers, I guess you could say, to Bruce.
And Katie, your part in this play?
I play the part of Dr. Emma Bruckner, and she is based on a doctor called Dr. Linda Laubenstein, who was a clinical professor of oncology and haematology at New York University Medical Center. Yeah. And she, along with her colleague, they were the first to identify the link between this horrible Kaposi's sarcoma, which is the cancer that a lot of her gay patients presented with.
And this is a very rare thing, and everyone say, why? This is unbelievable. It's once in a billion people get it. Yeah, suddenly it's all over the place.
A very rare cancer where the people presented with these horrible purple lesions. Yeah. So Dr. Linda Laubenstein and her colleague, they identified the link between this Kaposi's sarcoma and what later became known as AIDS. Yeah. And she faced, like Ned Weeks, like the Larry Kramer, the real person, and Ned Weeks, the character. Dr. Emma Bruckner, playing Linda Laubenstein's alter ego, I guess, faces terrible frustration because she can't get funding for the research. No one takes any particular notice because, after all, it's only happening to gay men. And there was, mass fear and ignorance and homophobia around at the time, more so than today, of course. And she faces some pretty strong battles in trying to be heard.
So her colleagues wouldn't be on her side either?
Well, the AMA didn't do anything. The government wouldn't do anything. Ronald Reagan was the president and didn't even say the word AIDS out loud till 1985.
Yeah.
And, they were... Larry Kramer and the people in GMHC, which is the Gay Men's Health Crisis, really had a battle on their hands just to be heard.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, I think we need some music after it, and I'll come back and we'll talk some more about the play. All right, this is Anthony Warlow, and I can't remember what I put in there, but I'm on stage with Kevin.
Katie.
Jess.
And James.
Thank you, well done. See, you can work without a script. Who said you couldn't? Right, we heard from the show Hot Shoe Shuffle and Where Was I When They Handed Out Luck, and a great song, that one. And we had I Won't Send Roses, Anthony Warlow from Mac and Mabel. Now, James, your background in theatre?
It's predominantly been musical theatre, believe it or not. I don't vouch that I've got a very beautiful voice at all, but
Yes, you do.
thank you, Jess. No, I've verged more and more into to straight plays.
Yeah.
I find that there's a little bit more depth in terms of the story.
Yeah.
A little bit less fluff. It's all about truth, and that's what I love about this show. So,
What musicals were you in?
Oh, many. I started with Grease when I was very, very young.
Yeah.
And worked all my way up. I've done The Wedding Singer 3 times.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love anything 80s, realistically. What did I do last year? I did Legally Blonde as the delivery guy.
I can't think of his name.
UPS guy.
What theatre group was that with?
That was with Slams Theatre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was... It got me fit, so I enjoyed that show.
Was that at the Carolika? Was that the Carolika Theatre or...
No, it wasn't at Carolika. They shifted and it was up a little bit further towards Mirralbark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at one of those local schools.
It's a great show. Yeah,
that was a
Klopp did
wonderful
that,
show.
I think, last year, the year before.
Yeah.
Now, Jess, your background in theatre?
I mainly come from a theatre background, doing Shakespeare's for Australian Shakespeare Company in-house, and then more recently doing The Pillow Man for Four Letter Word for the Melbourne Fringe. But I also write musicals, and my first musical, Einstein, Master of the Universe, is going to be on, which is about Einstein at TheatreWorks in June.
And you're going to let me know about it, aren't you? You're going to send me the information, aren't
Absolutely.
you? Good on you, yeah. And Katie, your background in theatre?
I came back to theatre about 4 or 5 years ago after a really long time away from the stage, and did 3 shows with Babira that were great fun. Oliver, Hello Dolly and Carousel.
Oh, okay.
Mainly in the ensemble and having little small speaking parts. And Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street with Nova, which was just fabulous. And then...
What part did you play in that?
I was in ensemble again, but I was the butcher's wife.
Oh, okay.
My sausages hanging out of my basket.
Okay, fair enough.
And then sort of I took a detour to the Straight Theatre as well and did Barefoot in the Park with Stag, which was really, really fantastic fun.
That one, I think,
and played the mother in that, and that was a very successful production. And then did a couple of other plays with Stag, Gross Indecency, The 3 Trials of Oscar Wilde, and just recently, just last year, The Wisdom of Eve, where I was very lucky to play the Betty Davis part. I played Margot Crane.
Was it Fasten Your Safety Belts, We're In for a Bumpy Ride?
That's the one.
I've seen that twice and I just love it.
It's a great play.
And the film is brilliant, but anyway.
But The Normal Heart is
okay, back to
right up there.
Yeah. Now, anything else you'd like to tell me about the play, and also can you tell me where it is, when it is, how we're going to get tickets, who you're going to call, and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Tempted to say Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Boom, boom.
Okay, The Normal Heart is playing at the Brunswick Mechanics Institute.
Located
On Sydney Road, corner of Sydney Road and Dawson Street. So it's diagonally opposite Brunswick Town Hall. It is playing on the 11th, 12th, 13th and 18th, 19th, 20th of February.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At 8 p.m, so 6 shows. And tickets are available at www.philscanlon.com. That's PHILL Scanlon.com.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now, are you guys going to stay for a while, or
I'm pretty sure we're all happy to.
Good way to spend Australia Day. Listening to some.
Oh, okay, some show tunes. Well, before we go any further, can you tell? I'll get you to do. Where are they located? Do we know? How many are in the cast?
It's quite a large cast, really.
It is actually for a play. I believe there's 9.
9.
God forbid that we have missed anyone. So, as Katie aptly said, it's all blokes and one Sheila.
It's a bit of Australia
It's
Day.
an Australia Day culture.
Yeah. And how are the rehearsals going?
They're fantastic. They're very intense, very energetic. I'm quite deflated after each rehearsal. I go home straight to bed, realistically, but loving the process, really loving it. Beautiful director.
Yeah, we had a very innovative director.
We had a question on the phone from Grant in South Bank, and he wanted to know who the director was. Can you tell me?
Yes, it's Hamish Johns.
Yes.
He's delightful to work with. He's got a very, very nice structured process in how he operates.
It's very specific and detailed.
Very well organised, very innovative, and just a pleasure to work with.
And he's given us some great opportunities. Like we just had the president of Living Positive Victoria come in to talk to us about his experience firsthand with the AIDS epidemic, and he was part of the Australian ACT UP.
Yeah, right.
Part of that activism.
So you've got a bit of background.
Yeah. So I mean, for the whole rehearsal process, we're trying to keep in mind that all of this really happened. So to make our performances truthful and do justice to the truth of what happened. To hear that firsthand really gave us this new dimension, and to hear his own experiences.
Okay, well, I think we need some more music. What do you reckon? The Normal Heart, please.
Okay, our wonderful, searing, powerful, compelling play, The Normal Heart, is being produced by our wonderful producer, Phil Scanlon, and it is being performed at the Brunswick Mechanics Institute, 270 Sydney Road, Brunswick, which is diagonally opposite the Brunswick Town Hall. You cannot miss it. We are doing 6 shows, Thursday the 11th, Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th of February, and then the 18th, 19th and 20th at 8 p.m. And bookings are at www.philscanlon.com. That's PHILL Scanlon.com, and this play is directed by the wonderful Hamish John.
Look, I'd like to...
moved.
Okay, now, Jess, you're doing something in June very quickly. Can you tell me what you're doing without giving too much away?
Keep your eye out for Einstein, Master of the Universe, which is a new musical to be on TheatreWorks. From the 29th of June to... And
you've written it?
Yes, I have written it. It's an original musical. Music, lyrics and book.
Multi-talented.
It's an exciting new musical.
And you're going to come in and tell me all about it closer to the event, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Good on you. Look, I'd like to thank the 3 of you for coming in. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the very best with the production. And Chukas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to go out with some music. And coming after me is Angela Jones with Accessible Areas. And then after that, at 9 o'clock, you've got Musical Theatre Melodies with Rob Morrison, and he's doing January the 26th. So that'll be very interesting.
Your tickets now.
Okay. Bye from me.
Bye from Katie.
Bye from me.
I believe that was Jess, and bye from me, James.